Hi guys, Ethereal Awakening here doing individual zodiac sign readings. This one is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and check your North nodes. Thank you so much for all the new subscribers. I get new subscribers every day, and I really feel good about that. I hope that I'm showing enough appreciation for your confidence in me as I feel the appreciation coming from you. So, without further ado, Spirit, what messages do we have for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Gemini. Spirit, what messages do we have for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Gemini. One card just want to let loose. I didn't see what it was, but underneath it was the King of Cups, I believe. All right, so first two cards are current energy. We've got the Five of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, some transmutation going on there. Alchemy. Talk about that all the time. The Seven of Rods is in your heart space with Temperance. Whoa. This is... Whoa. Whoa. This is some heavy work, Gem. This is some heavy work that's been going on here. The Fool in the possible outcome with the Four Swords. So, tisk, 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 Gem. Slow your roll. Spirit is saying you've done a lot of work. Underlying energy, what you might not be aware of. Empress. That Four Swords is calling to this Empress also. Three of Cups and the Four. Okay. Yep. This is call out to Gem, who, step one, bravo. You have gone through some emotional maturing that you probably don't even recognize how phenomenally you are evolving here in your emotional resilience. Bravo, Gem. Now, that being said, this underlying energy, you're working towards your stability, which of course the Four of Rods, my favorite card in the whole deck. Everybody who sees my messages probably knows that by now. But this is, to me, better than the Ten of Cups. It's better than the Ten of Pentacles, because this is what all of those Pentacles and Cups have to begin with. An emotional, a spiritual, a physical, and a mental grounding, firmness, stability that brings up a foundation that you cannot shake. I know what my purpose here is because God told me. Prove me wrong. That's kind of the energy I get when it comes to the Four of Rods. It sits in the God told me, and there's nothing you can do to prove me wrong, bruh. Get at me. Back up and let me do my thing. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm actually benefiting myself so that I can become a better benefit to those around me. There's nothing that God would ever say against any of that. And that's what the firm foundation of the Four Rods hits. And in that same breath, how you've been working at it, there's the Three of Cups along with this Empress. And I believe with the rest of this spread, the work that has gone on, Temperance has that slow energy to it. And the crawl that you've taken to get here has probably been a life's work to get to this. I mean, obviously it is. You're emotionally maturing and evolving as you're growing and expanding. So the work you've done has been a lifetime worth of work. And in this possible outcome, you are ready for your manifestation to come in. You're like, I've been at it, but God is saying, whoa. Take a step back and just baby and pamper yourself. Go out, have a little fun. Go kick it. Go just kind of, don't burn out. Don't burn out. Your new beginning is on the other side. This Fool is not looking at the Four of Swords. So he's not, again, that doggy down there is nipping at his ankles to get him to kind of come back down. So there's some definite grounding that needs to go on here. And I believe that's probably what this current energy is with this Five of Cups, where you've worked so hard to recognize your own, your own shortcomings and your own character defects that come from sitting in those mourning and the reverie over what could have and would have, should have been, sitting in that for too long, and how that can emotionally stunt you. But you've worked hard to make those things the gift that you get from emotionally growing through it, learning what those experiences were trying to teach you. And you've been able to offer yourself something physical, like you are seeing your progress. You're seeing how it's that recognition, like, oh my gosh, I remember how I was 5 years ago, and I am like, I'm baller. What? In your heart space, the Seven of Rods with this Temperance card, it's that halting, it's that slowness, because even though these are rods, he's guarded. This is a guardedness that comes from not recognizing you might need to take a nap. and when I say nap, I mean vacation. Like, take a rest. You've been hard at work. This is the very next card in the underlying energy, and then the Hierophants after that. So this is like, yeah, you have changed some major belief systems that you have had in your past that have kept you, in the same cycles. And that work that you're doing is right here in your heart space, guarding the work that you've done, is the sense that it's time to just have a little fun and take a little vacay. Go to the salon for the day. I mean, go play golf. Go, whatever. I don't care for golf. Don't want to hear anything about it. I'd rather watch paint dry. But if that's what you like to do, go, really, go have it. Go have some drinks with your friends. Go relax and nurture and care for yourself for a time to kind of recharge your battery, is really what I'm getting from this reading. The work you've put in, Gem, deserves reward. And if there's nobody around to do it, you got to do it for yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking yourself to the salon for the day, going for the whole day to have cocktails and out on the green. There's nothing wrong with rewarding yourself for emotional maturity. It's not, to emotionally grow is one of the hardest jobs I've had. I'm a mother. I've gone to college, had college level jobs. I've had entry level jobs. The hardest work I've put into my life was my emotional maturity. So please do not undermine the work that you're doing, and please guard this work in your heart enough to recognize on the other side of some rest and reprieve becomes a new beginning, something that you can jump off into and have a fresh set of eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and get an advice card from the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors deck by Alex Gray. Spirit, what advice do we have for Gemini? Spirit, what advice do we have for Gemini? Spirit, what advice do we have for Gemini? All right. Thank you. Thank you. Ha! Asian woman. Yes, she's naked. And I love it. I'd rather a nation of naked people than a nation of people that go off to kill people. See my thing? Like, nudity is something that we all have underneath our clothes. It's nothing offensive or to be ashamed of. Going off to kill millions of people in a foreign country, I'm offended and ashamed by that. So, needless to say, skin, largest organ of the physical anatomy, details our individuality. Inner systems exist similarly in all people, regardless of race or sex. Skin makes our differences obvious. Identifying self as other races and sexes, feeling prejudices and sympathies arise, integrating with our collective human family. Almond-eyed yellow queen with straight black mane. Phoenix power of the Orient. Reflect on your history, imagine your future. And the reflections on yin. And yin is exactly that Empress energy. Loving, nurturing, caring. It's cresting this reading as, please stop forcing through all of your don't misrecognize that emotional maturity is hard work, and you've put it in, Gem, and you deserve some reward for it. So I hope this has helped, and I'll see you next time.